to another Adventures in Spanglish. And today we have a special treat. We are going to show you how to get from Sacramento, California to San Francisco by train and by boat. This is the way people used to get from Sacramento to San Francisco back in the 1800s during the gold rush. So let's check it out. Bienvenidos a otra Aventuras en Spanglish, y hoy les tenemos una aventura muy especial. Estamos frente a la estación de tren de Sacramento y les vamos a enseñar cómo viajar desde Sacramento, California hasta San Francisco usando solamente el tren y un barco. Y este era el modo como los mineros durante la época de oro viajaban desde acá de Sacramento, cerca donde sale el oro, hasta San Francisco. Se iban o en barco o en tren. Así que acompáñenos a esta nueva aventura en Spanglish. Let's go!
We never checked.
Yeah.
the palm tree.
Not my face. Hello and welcome to Jack London Square in Oakland, California. So we just got off the train and we made a beeline for Jack London's Rendezvous, which is a bar that has been here. So Jack London's Rendezvous is a bar that has been here since 1883, and the famous writer Jack London used to hang out here. This was his local pub, his local bar. Everything inside is like the bar is on an incline after an earthquake in the 1908. An earthquake, and they just left it like that. And Jack London is famous for writing books about San Francisco and also about the gold rush in Alaska. So if you haven't read his books, he's a great author to learn about the gold rush in the 1800s. Bienvenidos a Jack London Square en Oakland. Así que hemos llegado a Oakland, a Jack London Square. Fuimos directamente al bar de Jack London, el bar favorito de Jack London. Y Jack London fue un escritor basado aquí en San Francisco en 1800, que escribió sobre la fiebre del oro aquí en California y en Alaska. Y él trabajó acá en los muelles de Oakland en esa época. Y vamos y el bar tiene famoso porque el bar está como inclinado porque hubo un terremoto acá en 1908 y nunca lo arreglaron. Así que disfruten una cerveza local en el bar de Jack London Square en Jack London Square. Jack London Square significa la plaza de Jack London. Así que aquí hay restaurantes y bares y barcos. Y es desde acá donde vamos a coger el barco para San Francisco. So Jack London Square is not just famous for its bars. It's got some amazing cuisine. It's a lot of outdoor food. You can get anything from seafood to like Thai and I think different types of cuisine. And also, because we're on the water, so people park their yachts here and everything. But also, you catch the ferry here. So we're gonna do that next. We're gonna catch, well, it's not really a ferry, it's like a catamaran type of thing. It's a commuter ferry, so you can get from Oakland, across the San Francisco Bay to San Francisco. So we're gonna be checking that out. We'll be checking that out later on today, after we've had our lunch and we've kind of explored a little bit longer. So hang in there to check out Jack London Square and the ferry. Cheers!
Cheers!
There's a juice, most. How do you like Jack London Square, baby?
I like it.
Very nice.
Nice weather.
Nice
Ambience.
Nice ambiance.
It's not too crowded.
Not too crowded.
Good for COVID.
And Jack London have good taste in bars.
Yeah.
What? I don't need glasses to watch to shoot. This is some like good bass stuff.
DJ Mateo starts on drums. Shot. Big shot. Oh, shot. Yeah. And me and piano.
So we're arriving in San Francisco, California. We're going under the famous Bay Bridge. Hemos llegado a San Francisco, California. Estamos pasando por debajo del famoso bridge, Bay Bridge. You like the boat ride, baby?
Yes, very much.
Now we're going to where? Where are we going now?
It's too short.
So, welcome to San Francisco, California. And behind me is the catamaran that got us here from Oakland. And the reason we got here so quickly in about 10 minutes is because catamaran is very fast. Way too quickly. We only had time for one drink. So, bienvenidos a San Francisco, California. Y detrás de mí es el catamarán que nos trajo desde Oakland acá. Y el catamarán es muy rápido, en menos de 10 minutos. Porque los catamaranes son más rápidos que barcos normales. Solamente nos dio tiempo para tomar un solo trago. And today we have arrived in what they call the embarcadero. Embarcadero is the Spanish word for embankment. So in the old days, and still today, it's where all the boats line up here in front of San Francisco city. And we're going to go on a mission to find an Irish pub called the Irish Bank, which is somewhere in San Francisco near Union Square, which is kind of like the center of the city. Y ahora vamos en una misión, entrar a la ciudad de San Francisco y encontrar un pub irlandés llamado The Irish Bank, el Banco Irlandés, que queda dentro del centro de la ciudad, cerca de la Plaza Union Square, que es el centro de San Francisco, California. And why are we going to find an Irish pub called the Irish Bank? Well, because my traveling companion, my lovely wife, Deidre, is from Ireland.
Deirdre.
Yeah, Deirdre. She's from Ireland. And we have a tradition, wherever we land, first land in a city, it's like the Pope, you know, he gets off, when he lands in a city, the first church he finds, he prays. So with my wife, because she's Irish, the tradition is from the first land into a city, you find the first Irish pub and then you pray there with a pint of Guinness. So we're going to go find the pub right now. Y ahora, ¿por qué vamos a ir a este pub que se llama Irish Bank? Porque mi esposa, que es irlandesa, tiene una tradición, es muy similar al Papa. Cuando el Papa llega a una ciudad nueva, la primera iglesia que él ve se tiene que bajar y besar el suelo y rezar en esa iglesia. Es igual con mi esposa, pero tiene que ir al primer bar irlandés de la ciudad y tomarse una pinta de Guinness. Así que vamos a entrar a San Francisco y buscar el pub irlandés, The Irish Bank. Let's go! Welcome to Salesforce Park, which is a sinking park in the sky in downtown San Francisco. We're going to take it to get ourselves closer to the Irish Bank. Bienvenidos a Parque Salesforce, que es un parque en el cielo que nos va a traer un poco más cerca de el Irish Bank. Hola, vamos a mitad del camino al Irish Bank. Hemos parado acá en el Grand Hotel en San Francisco para enseñarles el glorioso techo estilo Belle Époque francés. So we're halfway to the Irish Bank and we made a pit stop at the Grand Hotel in San Francisco to admire the glorious Belle Époque ceiling. So we're standing here in downtown San Francisco, right on Market Street, and this monument here represents the firemen that fought to save the city after the earthquake of 1908 and other disasters that the firemen were involved in San Francisco. So once a year they used to bring survivors of 1908 earthquake. I don't think there's any of them left right now, but for the many years they would bring old fogies here to commemorate the earthquake of 1908, which actually leveled this whole area, and then the city rebuilt and came out of the ashes like a phoenix. Aquí estamos en el monumento para el monumento para los bomberos de San Francisco, que en 1908 trataron de salvaron la ciudad cuando estuvo completamente destruida por un terremoto, y esta zona fue completamente destruida, todos los edificios destruidos, y los bomberos tuvieron que salvar la ciudad. Tuvieron que dinamitar todos los edificios al oeste de acá para salvar el resto de la ciudad, y este monumento está en su honor. Y por muchos años trajeron a gente acá que eran sobrevivientes de esa tragedia. Yo creo que ya no queda ninguno vivo, pero por muchos años aquí trajeron a viejitos que habían vivido durante 1908, donde toda esta zona donde estamos acá estuvo completamente destruida. Y si uno ve videos o películas filmadas justo antes del terremoto, esta zona era súper vibrante, inclusive más vibrante de lo que es hoy. And if you actually watch old films filmed right before the earthquake, Market Street, this area we're here right now, the street was actually very vibrant. If anything, actually more vibrant than it is today. This was the most important city in the West Coast, and after the earthquake, it was so devastating that all the economy moved down to Los Angeles. Después del terremoto, porque toda esta zona fue destruida. San Francisco había sido la ciudad más importante de la costa oeste de California, de la costa este de Estados Unidos. Después que el terremoto, todo se destruyó y toda la economía se mudó para Los Ángeles. Y desde entonces, San Francisco se convirtió en una ciudad secundaria a Los Ángeles. But Silicon Valley changed everything, and now San Francisco is back as one of the leading cities, not only of California, but of America and the world. Pero Silicon Valley ha repuesto a San Francisco y California no solo la ciudad más importante de California, sino de Estados Unidos y del mundo. Estamos ya muy cerca de Irish Bank. We're very close to Irish Bank now, so let's go. Hi, welcome to the Irish Bank. We have made it to the Irish Bank finally. Are you happy we made it to Irish Bank?
Yeah, finally.
So we finally made it to Irish Bank. I would say probably the best Irish pub in San Francisco, California, I would say, yeah?
Down the stairs.
There's another pub called the Plaza Stars, which could be a close contender, but my vote goes for the Irish Bank. It's, I would say, one of the most authentic Irish pubs in San Francisco, California. We've made it here. So my lovely wife has fulfilled her promise like the Pope to go to the best Irish pub of each city that she visits. Bienvenidos al Irish Bank, el banco irlandés, que yo considero es el mejor pub irlandés de San Francisco, California. Y mi esposa, que es irlandesa, ha cumplido su promesa de ir al mejor pub irlandés de la primera ciudad que ella visita, casi igual como el Papa va a la primera iglesia que ella visita. Así que vamos a preguntarle cómo le gusta el Irish Bank. How do you like the Irish Bank, baby?
It's been a while. I like it.
Así que acabamos de llegar al Irish Bank. Vamos a brindar con un Guinness. So we've just arrived at Irish Bank and we're going to say cheers with a Guinness. Cheers. Así que acompáñenos. Vamos a terminar nuestra aventura después del Irish Bank. Vamos a ir a Silicon Valley, a donde nosotros vivimos. Vamos a tomar un último tren que nos va a llevar de San Francisco a Silicon Valley. And we're going to enjoy a Guinness. You can join us for Guinness. And then we're going to go to Silicon Valley, where we live. And we're going to take one more train from San Francisco to Silicon Valley, and the train is called, what's it called? Caltrain. Caltrain. El tren que vamos a tomar de aquí a Silicon Valley se llama Caltrain, o sea, tren de California. Así que, cheers, and we'll see you on the train. So we're taking the Muni, which is the San Francisco subway, from San Francisco to a town called Millbrae, which is very close to the airport. And the airport is pretty much in Silicon Valley. So once we get to the airport, we're gonna get off in a train station called Millbrae, and then which is near the airport, and then from there we'll take the final leg of our trip, which is from Millbrae to where we live, San Mateo, the heart of Silicon Valley. Ahora en español. Entonces, estamos en San Francisco, vamos a coger el BART. El BART es el metro que sale de San Francisco a Silicon Valley y nos vamos a bajar en una estación que se llama Millbrae, que está en Silicon Valley, está muy cerca del aeropuerto de San Francisco, y ahí vamos a cambiar a otro tren que se llama Caltrain, y ese tren nos va a llevar a nuestra casa que está en el corazón de Silicon Valley, en el pueblo de San Mateo, California.
It's arriving.
What's the Humphreys and rain. So we finally arrived. We're finally home. We're in San Mateo, California, the heart of Silicon Valley, and we just got dropped off by the train. And it's a rainy night, so we're gonna go to El Pub de la Casa, and we're gonna have a pint of Guinness to celebrate that we have made it all the way from Sacramento, California. Bienvenidos a San Mateo, California, en el corazón de Silicon Valley. Así que finalmente hemos llegado a casa. Empezamos esta mañana como a las 7 de la mañana y son las 9:30 de la noche. Y finalmente hemos llegado al corazón de Silicon Valley en una noche lluviosa, y vamos a ir directamente al pub irlandés de la casa. Shish. Our end of our trip, we're at Pub de la Casa, which means pub of the house, and we made it. How many miles did we traverse today? 9,000 miles.
Felt like it.
We started in
120? 100?
we started in Sacramento, California. We took a train, then we took a boat, then we took another train, and then we took another train, and then we finally made it to the heart of Silicon Valley, San Mateo, California. And because my wife is like the Pope, she has to go to a pub every time she works in a new town. So we're in Sacramento. We're in San Mateo, heart of Silicon Valley. So Pub de la Casa. Cheers.
Sure.
Bienvenidos a San Mateo, California, el corazón de Silicon Valley. Y este es el final de nuestro viaje. Salimos esta mañana a las 7 de la mañana y son las 9:30 de la noche. Y estamos en el pub de la casa de mi esposa irlandesa. Y como ella es como el papa, ella tiene que tomar una Guinness cada vez que llega a un pueblo. Así que estamos en el pub de la casa y disfrutar una Guinness para celebrar que hemos transcurrido 9,000 millones de millas desde Sacramento hasta San Mateo, California. Así que acompáñanos para una nueva aventura en Spanglish que viene la semana que viene. So, thanks for following us and stay tuned for our new adventures in Spanglish coming up soon, next week. Samantha, cheers. Cheers. Bye.